Alright, so I've been really wrestling with this question within myself a lot lately, especially during these uncertain and tough times that I've been enduring. I mean, I ain't been keeping that no secret from nobody around me that I'm probably in one of the most challenging and most difficult times in life right now. But with that being said, I'm wrestling with the idea of how much I should expose that, or how much I should expose what's actually going on to my son, and how much should I hide. Because I'm gonna keep it real, like, as a dad, everything in me, like, I just want to be seen as Superman to my son. Like, I just want Gunner to grow up thinking that nothing fazed me. I'm sure any parent can relate, any dad, any mom, for that matter. You ain't even got to be a parent for that. Like, cousin, auntie, uncle, brother, sister, when you got people that's looking up to you, it's hard to want to show them the side that's not aligned with that pedestal vision of you that they have. And that's, like, without a doubt, no doubt, my son looks at me as like the ultimate warrior. You know, not the wrestler, but literally like an ultimate warrior. I know somewhere in his mind, I mean, he might not have the right language to articulate it to me right now, but I know he didn't, see me at times, and in his mind, he probably like, dang, my daddy really going through it. But I know as a kid, for me, like, if I saw my dad or my mom going through something like that, I wasn't never the type of kid really to try to like dig into that and see what was going on, because probably part of me did want to believe that they had it all figured out and that nothing could phase either one of my parents, my mom or my dad. And so now, knowing that I know Gunner is dependent on, he's dependent on seeing his dad being like that ultimate warrior, but in reality, me also knowing that he's not stupid either, and there's times when he could probably sense that I'm just going through it. It always leaves me asking that question to myself on whether or not I should spark conversations with him and actually bring him into like what's really going on in my mind when I'm having those moments where I'm not looking or feeling my best. Because like I said, I know he can feel it sometimes. He might not say it. And even in his 9-year-old mind, he probably can't even conceptualize like the adult problems that I'm trying to solve right now. And so even if he did pick up my vibe and it wasn't the best, I'm pretty sure that like he might think like, oh, my daddy, I don't know, he probably would trivialize the problem because he's still innocent to, the problems that his dad has to deal with as an adult. But I really, because I'm so invested also in making sure that his process of growing up involves seeing me being vulnerable enough to teach him real life lessons, I never know where to like, how to bring him into the fold, or even if I should. I'm telling you, I'm so torn. It's like there's so much contradiction going on inside me when I have this thought, because I do want to preserve his innocence. Like I said, he only 9 years old, But I also know that we living in a real world, and in this real world, even though I'm doing all that I can right now to prepare him, at least mentally, to not have to be in some of the situations that I'm going through right now, I know that there's a real possibility that he might. That's just the nature of some circumstances in life. Some of us just get hit hard unexpectedly. At least, that was my case. Like I said, I'm gonna go into more details eventually, but the purpose of what I'm kind of venting to you right now as my lens therapist is trying to determine how much or how to have the conversations with my 9-year-old son to use my current situation as a teaching moment for him, but also not freaking him out to the point where he like, man, if my daddy ain't got it together, like, what do that mean for me? I don't want to put those type of problems on him, because he shouldn't have to worry about the same stuff that I worry about. He should be able to just be a kid. He should be able to just go to school without, having to think about the current struggles that his dad is in. But once again, on the contrary, on the flip side of that, I would never want him to be blindsided if he was to encounter, similar issues or similar circumstances that I'm currently going through right now. And so, yeah, how do I do that? It might not even be an answer to that. I might just be venting right now. I might just be saying this to touch somebody else's soul who is having a similar struggle and trying to figure out how vulnerable they should be with the people that look up to them. And it ain't even my son. It's not even just my son. There's other people out there who, just by the nature of different circles that I've been in my lifetime, and all the people that I've been fortunate enough to impact in a positive way and mentor and guide, I don't be wanting them to see me like this either, because it's kind of like the same effect. Like, at one point in time, there's certain people out there who probably thought I had all the answers, because that's just naturally the road that I've taken in a lot of people's lives during my lifetime. It's like helping to guide people, even when I feel like I don't even know where I'm going. Sometimes I feel like one of my gifts is being blessed with helping other people see their vision. And so, like I said, even when I feel like I ain't got my stuff together, I've been able to help out a lot of people catapult themselves to their next level in life, because I just love doing that. So even for those people, I always wrestle with that thought in my mind on how much should I reveal or expose to those people, because I don't want to be seen as, it's the fear of vulnerability. I mean, and that's something too that I'm working through that still in therapy. That's that's a weekly thing for me in therapy, is working on vulnerability and being able to fully open up and form deep bonds with people, so that when I'm in this type of jam, I do have other people to lean on, because they really know what's really going on in my life, and I'm not just dependent on my therapist, because I only see her once a week. But it's tough, and I'm imperfect, I'm flawed, and vulnerability is still something that I work on daily. But I'm getting better, and I think that my son being able to have a front row seat to seeing me kind of untangle this knot that my life is right now, it's a gift and a curse. Because I don't want to scar him. I don't want to scare him. I don't want to put too much of a burden on him and make him start worrying, so that his survival mode mind kicks in and he's not being able to think freely as a kid no more. But also I want to teach him lessons. I know I'm probably rambling now. If you made it this far into this video, I appreciate you for sticking around as always. I know I could get a little bit long-winded sometimes, but the idea, it always end up coming out and making sense when I look back at it. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm making sense when I'm saying it, but then when I listen back, I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess that's just my indicator that these words that's coming from me, to just trust my soul, not think so hard, and just let my soul speak. And that's what I'm doing now, because I feel like this could be very relatable to somebody else. And not only that, it might be somebody out there who might be able to help me out. And I'm not opposed to that at all. I'll take the help. But I want to get better at being vulnerable enough with those around me to let them know when I'm really in a tough spot. And I also want to know how much of that to reveal to my son, so that he can learn, but also not completely freak out. I don't know. I hope y'all are, whatever you going through, even if you up right now, like, I just hope you finding that motivation and inspiration to be grateful for whatever moments the present is offering you, because no matter what, that's preparing you for tomorrow. Like I said, even if you up, it's always a lesson to be learned in the present. And so I just wish nothing but the best for anybody who is watching this. I'm gonna get my stuff together. I promise I am. I promise. I ain't never been down this long. I ain't never been in a jam like I'm in right now, as long as I have been right now. But I'm gonna get out of it. Believe that. All right.